So Elya's just navigating our way out of this reef system.
Oh no, we're about to hit a reef.
Oh no. Join us folks for an action-packed episode full of discoveries. Discoveries of Papuan-speaking villages. And many delightful people. Of near-lost valuables.
Oh, look at this face.
I'm so relieved.
Me too.
Oh my god. And discoveries of boat jobs we hadn't counted on.
I think it used to be a pan. Oh, so good. So long, so wrong.
Our flight back to All the Stars didn't go to plan the day before.
So you woke up pretty stressed this morning?
Yeah, we got a text through the night saying that our bags were lost and found in Makassar. That's not promising because they could still be there. But, you know, I didn't sleep much at all. Got all our engine spares, all our cash, our medicines. So we've got a cab here this morning. A really helpful chap called Paul. Go and see if we can find them. Worth a try.
No way! Oh, look at this face! Oh, okay, well if that's there, everything there. Oh my god.
Engine spares, yay!
We're blessed, and I'd just like to say a large thank you to all of the airport staff who
Yes.
actually followed through when they didn't, you know, they could have easily not. So in the end, thank you, Lion Air.
Yeah, how did that work? In the end, thank you, Lion Air. Ah, I'm so relieved.
Me too.
Oh my god. All those spares that we organised over the few months. Like,
Yeah,
I just realised
in hindsight, there was a lot of like extremely valuable stuff in there. We probably should have been a bit more
astute
about that. Like there's many things that we couldn't really replace very easily.
Yeah. Anyway, disaster averted, darling.
Yeah. Good.
I'm going to go back and unpack it all and make sure it's all undamaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Reunited with all our possessions, it was time to get back to the boat jobs. How good does that cockpit look full of bags?
Oh, so much better than it looked without any bags in it.
Oh my goodness. It is time for a celebration.
Coffee.
We are going to have some freshly ground coffee with some local market food that we got on the side of the road. So
Warong breakfast.
Warong breakfast, quite delicious. Anything else you want to say?
Just so happy.
Just so happy.
Yeah.
Relieved.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would have lost all my nice shirts. I would have had literally no shirts at all to wear. I would have had no engagement ring.
Oh no.
I would have had no sandals and no shampoo.
And all that hard-earned cash that you slaved away on over the
also
summer.
$1,000, which was
cash.
significant.
Yes, we learnt from that. Never carry cash in our checked-in baggage.
Cash in carry-on. It's cash in carry-on. Cash in carry-on.
Yeah.
Okay, I've learnt my lesson.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, the gods that looked after us.
Yes, I know. And also we got back to the boat and Jess realised he'd been walking around with his passport in an open side pocket that could have easily fallen out. So it's just the blessings don't stop coming. Let's not try our luck, eh? Look what I found in my kitchen mission.
What did you find?
I think it used to be a pan.
Oh my god.
Let's see if we can fix that up, eh?
That's the extent of the mould. Just dishing it up. There's our windlass. One repair I was counting on was to replace the lip seal for our leaky windlass, a part I'd brought back from Australia.
Hi.
Look at me.
Look at you.
I'm sailing, which is fixing boats in remote places.
Yay. You're doing exactly what a sailor does.
Yeah. This is the old seal here. Lip seal that gave way. this anti-corrosion grease, which I'm going to put on before I put that back on. So that's that bit done, and it's 32 degrees and the sun's boiling. I polished up the drive shaft. That was what the culprit was. Trying to get that off was very hard. I'll be greasing that well and truly. Should be good for a few more years, one would hope.
Hey, well, just it's absolutely fabulous news, because we weren't really going to be able to leave the marina without it.
Wouldn't have been able to anchor. Would have been going from marina to marina.
That's no way to cruise.
Around here, it's a long way.
It's a long way between marinas.
Well, we've made one win. We got the anchor windlass serviced and put back together with no oil leaks. So that's a thumbs up. But I was just tidying up the deck, washing off grease and diesel, and I was working my way back here, and I thought I'd better have a look underneath these surfboards, which we've had one on each side, just tied off while we were away to keep the sun out of the windows. And lifted the first one up, and underneath this one we've got, seems to be an reaction with the gel coat and the styrofoam foam. It's all bubbly underneath where the boards were actually in contact, so it makes me think it's some kind of reaction. But it's nearly 40 years old and it's never had that sort of bubbling before. There has been little bits of bubbling in places, but I just thought that was moisture. So either it is moisture, it's sucked moisture in, or it's some sort of chemical reaction. But it's not good, it's not pretty, and the problem with that is if you can't just repair one little spot on a gel coat without it looking like it's been sanded back and filled, you'll never get the colour the same. And old gel coats like this, if you really want to restore them, you've got to strip the whole deck of all the fittings and sand it all back, and then reapply like a paint product. That's a bit disheartening to find that. Before and after?
Before and after. Here's the after shot.
Oh, look at that.
Much better. And this whole, I think you can sort of see this whole area flaked off with rust, and so I've just put a layer of oil on that, and hopefully it will do the trick.
Nice.
Yeah.
I knew it'd pan out in the end. I just wanted to say a few things about being here in Sorong. So we are in the capital of Papua, and we've been here a week now. I think I underestimated just how much work it would be to actually drag the boat back from the elements and get it back to seaworthiness. We have the usual expected things where like growth on the propeller, and the prop shaft was actually like solid, frosted solid, had so much growth on it. So that took a bit of work. And then just the mould and general sort of wastage that happens. We've realised a whole lot of food that we can't get in Indonesia, like gluten-free flours and grains and things like that, have all gone off, even though they are sealed. So the humidity just is insipid, it gets into everything. Those are sort of jobs that I knew I was up against, but then we discovered when we were putting away stuff on the deck that we had a whole lot of issues with the gel coat. It's a really hard thing to fix, because you'd have to have access to a really good work site facility to do that. It bothers me because it just creates more work, and you're looking at all this work you've got to do. We are very aware that we're quite lucky to be here, and we're very fortunate to have this opportunity, but also at the same time the realities of it is that it's been super humid. You're up against a whole lot of work projects to start with, and there's not the fun moments out on the water to sort of balance it all out. So I can't wait to leave here. We're leaving tomorrow morning. We'll get out back on the anchor and head out to some nice islands, and we'll take it from there, I think.
There's a lot of angles in a boat.
A lot of angles.
A lot of angles. And they're all mouldy.
And they're all mouldy. All angles are mouldy on this boat.
Well, it might not look like much, but this is today's work. So in here, everything came out, everything was wiped, everything went in there, in there. Chopping boards demolded. Should have done it before and after really, but as you can see, no more mold. Sink clean. Drawer clean. And same in these. Bit sweaty.
Tropics. It's crazy. How do you keep that much water up?
So I've discovered a recipe on the internet. Actually, not just the internet. Chenka's nutritionist also says that if you put a little bit of salt, a little bit of bicarb, and a little bit of cream of tartar, which is actually a byproduct of wine, which is almost it's a lot of potassium. It's almost all potassium. So a little bit of that as well, and then a little bit of cordial. You have your own Gatorade, which you can make a whole bunch of, and this one's actually cold, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Let's drink some. Probably going to be about another hour, folks, before we can throw the lines. Let's hope we can. If
It's
not,
good.
we'll just stay another day. It's good?
Yeah.
It's good.
Been a while.
And finally, we were off.
Oh, so good.
Heading for Raja Ampat.
So long, so wrong.
It's so much nicer to be out here on the water with some breeze. It just instantly cools the boat down. Yeah, I can't really begin to tell you how hot it is at Tampa Garam with just heat on the sun on the boat and no wind. So very excited. It does feel really good to be on the water. It makes all that preparation work feel really worthwhile. It's time now to enjoy ourselves on the actual sailing part of living on a sailing boat. So off we go. Woohoo! Elya's up the front there, keeping a good eye out for reef, which is the best way. Never trust your charts, always have a visual as you're coming into a new anchorage. And if she spots a reef, she'll let me know. But we'll get in here and we'll drop our sails and we'll find a nice anchorage. Hear the birds? I think they might be spoonbills.
Really?
Yeah. She was on to me. I meant channel bill cuckoo.
Surely not.
And did we forget to mention that we were in Raja Ampat, a World Heritage listed site? You reckon, do you?
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, more school baitfish activity over there.
Cool.
We've just pulled up, everyone, at this very lovely clear water reef edge. And there's no real tide flow at the moment, so it looks like we can get in. is just navigating our way out of this reef system. She's getting very good at navigating, and we're using a combination of satellite charts and nav charts to have a live position of where we are, so we know where the reefs are. So it's about 30 metres in here in the lagoon, and it comes up very sharp on reef points, of course. So got to keep our eyes out. How's it going, skipper?
Oh no, we're about to hit a reef.
Oh no. Well, yeah, look at this, folks. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 10 knots of breeze. She's doing 6 knots into it. That's why I love a fin keeler. So what we like about this anchorage is there's a homestay nearby that has an open restaurant for visiting yachties, and apparently they're really friendly. We've also got some really good dive sites here. There's many marks on the No Foreign Land app showing exceptional snorkeling. You can see the sides of the boat either side of us, about 20 metres across, 30 metres across. There's reef. So the snorkeling in this little channel is supposed to be even good. People have seen rays, sharks, mantas in this little bay, and yeah, we've just anchored up. We're going to jump in the dinghy and head across this little beach, a little white sand beach, have a swim, try and cool off. We had a beautiful sail here, running a nice broad reach across from the main channel near island of Wago. Yeah, we've got a village on the next island across. Apparently does fresh fruit and veg markets. So I think we've got just about all we need right now for a bit of a stay here. What are you finding?
Can you film my have a look? It's my collection of colourful, beautiful things. This is a nut of some sort.
Yep.
And this is bright yellow.
Wow.
And this is red.
Beautiful. Nice colours.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah. We just had a little snorkel, didn't we?
It's the fishiest reef ever.
Preliminary reconnaissance mission revealed.
Yeah, revealed.
A lot of fish.
We are in for a treat. I saw at least four kinds of fish I've never seen before.
That's awesome.
And that doesn't happen very often. There's a lot, even from Queensland to here, you see a lot of the same little cuties. But here, there are some real standout, different sorts of fish.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty
I'm
exciting.
looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
We really get to check out this place. Look at this, guys. We're between these two islands in this beautiful little channel, surrounded by other little beautiful islands. So Elle's just gone for a walk up the beach here. She just yelled out that she's seen a little baby reef shark in the shallows. We've heard good reports from other cruisers in this area that they've seen manta rays here, turtles, sharks, all the usual suspects that'll bring a sucker like me in, and Elle of course. But yeah, the water clarity is really super clear here, so we do have high hopes for tomorrow, and do a bit more of exploring around the other side of the island.
The underwater footage we took of this place we might share with you another time. Following a great sail up to Kofiau Island, we woke to a magic day. And it wasn't long before a friendly fisherman offered to take us to his village of Bilal.
This is a new experience.
It is.
The previous evening we had sailed past this pretty little village and we knew we had to go and explore it.
That's right. You can hear us getting a local tour with our friends John
Awila.
Awila. Awila, yes. John and Awila. Go to Toko. Oh, Toko, we've just found the shop. So this is the shop here. I think we can drink coffee here as well. There we go, in the background. Oh, kopi susu. Bagus. Dingin, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. What else have you found? Junior high school. Cool. Can you guys jump in?
What have you found?
Naturally, being the yachties we are, we were glad to find the local slipway.
I mean, I don't know how good the audio would be, but...
Check it out. That's so cool.
Many fish.
Dried fish, anyone?
We just had to get fuel for the trip back. So that's why we're hanging out here at the mechanic shop. Our village tour of Bilal was coming to an end, as our guides, John and Awila, were keen to get going. What's your thoughts on the village?
Well, it's very beautiful, but it turns out that our limited Bahasa Indonesia is not super useful here because they mostly speak Papuan dialect.
Beli minyak.
Beli minyak.
Minyak.
Okay, which I can't understand. Yeah. Okay.
Get him.
Hours of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a real family affair here. Everyone's uncle and brother and cousin and nieces and nephews have been walking around with us, even though we don't.
Everyone's related.
Jangan speed lagi. Hah? Jangan speed. Oh, ano? Tuh, bawa kaki.
You good? It's a bit tippy, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay though.
How good's the water?
Can do it.
The township of Bilal happened to be Christian. Oh, we made it back to the ship.
We did. Thanks to John.
Thanks to John.
Captain
Thank you, John.
Very good. Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I need some water.
Water. Yeah, so we had a pretty good day today. Unexpectedly got the offer made. A local fisherman invited us to go and have a look at the local village in his canoe, which meant we didn't have to launch the dinghy. Yeah, it was pretty cool checking out that village. There was a lot of students there, a lot of nice looking houses. Looked like the standard of living was fairly good. Obviously buoyed up with a lot of good fishing in the area, and also copra or kalapa, which is coconut plantation. They export a lot of their local kalapa to Bitung, and which is in northern Sulawesi. But one of the good things about these little anchorages is the unexpected islands that you stop at. Just find these unexpected little gems, such as today, which is the local village and the local people. We've got to make a decision on whether we keep heading west and head towards the North Malukus, where we can then cross into check out at Ternate, or Bitung's the other port we can check out of, and head towards the Philippines and onto Japan. We're about to have a conversation with a consultant from Japan to give us some information on whether or not that's doable for us financially and time-wise. Yeah, we've just got to make some more crucial decisions in the next few days before we turn this boat around either west or east. Such is life on the water. Okay, all in all, it was a good day. Hey, thanks for watching, folks. Hey, how good was that?
Pretty good.
Oh my god.
So good.
Pretty amazing.
So many cool fish.
Crazy rock face. Say that on camera.
You're doing some gangster breath holds.
Yeah, baby.